How's it going? My name is Joe Camacho and I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Black Belt under Aloysio Silva, and today I'm here at KO-MMA Shoemade Academy here in Monterey Park, California. And today I'm just going to teach you a couple of not techniques, because this is going to be the technique of the week segment, but we're going to start off with just understanding the names of these positions and knowing the vocabulary. Okay? So the first positions we're going to go through, we're going to go through the top positions and then we'll go for the bottom positions. You'll see as I demonstrate. Lay down, please. Alright. This first position is a side mount. I'm in the side mount position, or as others may call it, side control. Okay, this position right here, I dominate pretty much the upper half of his body with my elbows and my knee controlling his hips. This is a really good position to dominate your opponent when you're on the ground in MMA or Jiu-Jitsu. Okay? Alright, now the second position is knee on belly. This is knee on belly used in sport Jiu-Jitsu, but knee on belly also helps you out when you're raining down punches, forcing your opponent to roll over to his belly so you can take his back and get to a dominant position. Okay, this is the knee on belly. In sport Jiu-Jitsu, you know, usually this is 2 points when you put knee on belly. This signifies control. And normally when you're on this position, you know, you want to go for chokes or whatever, but this is a good control position, forcing your opponent to panic and make him roll to his belly. Okay. Next position is the full mount position. This is the most dominant position in MMA or in Jiu-Jitsu, because this is where you can just pound the guy and force him to submit, or just keep pounding till his corner man throws in the towel. Or if it's sport Jiu-Jitsu, I can start attacking the chokes or go for the arm bars, looking for different situations to you know, make my opponent submit. Okay? I just said arm bar right now, so this position right here is called the arm bar. This is the most common position that you'll see in sport Jiu-Jitsu or MMA. This position right here hyperextends the elbow. If I bring his pinky down to my chest while his thumb is pointing upward, I can just elevate my hips while I'm bringing his pinky down to my chest and hyperextend his elbow right there. Okay? What he did there was tap. He just tapped out. That lets me know that he's in pain, and he tells me to ease off on the position. Okay? All I gotta do is slightly lift my hips up and he'll tap, letting me know that he just submitted. Okay? Alright, next position that we're going to do is called the Americana, or a key lock, or some hammer lock. So this is called a hammer lock, or Americana, or key lock. In this position, the arm is in a 90-degree angle. Okay? And what I do here is I go underneath his tricep here as I control his wrist with my left hand, and I imagine this arm like a paintbrush, and all I want to do is pull his arm back, keeping his knuckles on the mat and lifting his elbow over here, lifting his elbow up so that it creates a lock on his elbow and then on his shoulder as well. This is a key lock right here. He's tapping. It'll bust his elbow, and if I go further back, it'll bust his elbow and his shoulder at the same time. Okay? That's an Americana key lock, or a hammer lock, whatever you prefer to use. Go for it. Alright? The next position is the rear naked choke, or in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu we call it the mata-leão, which means kill the lion, or the lion kill. What I do is I go underneath his chin, aligning my elbow with this chin here, and I grab my bicep and with my hand, my left hand here, I push his head forward. I go behind his head and I push his head forward as I take out all this space here. I don't want to give him too much space over here if my head's back, because he can like kind of headbutt me and hit me in my chin or in my nose or whatever, break my nose. So I want to stay as close as possible. And what I do here is I squeeze, and when I'm squeezing, I expand my chest to give him pressure to stop his blood circulation to his brain. This choke right here is a common choke that you'll see in MMA or in Jiu-Jitsu, and this choke will commonly put people to sleep. As I apply the choke, he'll once again tap out. This is the choke. All I'm doing is squeezing, making him tap. Okay? And the next position is taking the back. Okay? Taking the back. Now when you take the back, you got to put your hooks in. Okay? When you put your hooks in, this position right here will give you some control on your opponent. Because what happens is when you have your hooks in, if he decides to roll, go ahead and roll, I can follow him. We'll keep rolling, roll that way. See this? I can follow him. Keeping my hooks in, my feet, this keeps me riding him. Okay? But in this position here, what I want to do is I want to break him down. If I break him down here, from here, I can go to work in MMA, I can punch him, or go for the choke, go for the Matanil choke. Okay? This is another dominant position in MMA. A lot of people, it's difficult for a lot of people to escape this position. Okay? The next position is a foot lock. We're going to go into basic foot lock. Okay? This is the foot lock here. What I'm doing here is I'm applying pressure to his Achilles tendon here. Bringing my wrist underneath his ankle, grabbing my own wrist, forming a figure four with my arms, tapping his shin here, and putting my foot on his body here, so it keeps him from sitting up. But in this position right here, this is a straight foot lock. This foot lock, all I gotta do is lean back and apply pressure on his foot and forces him to tap, applying pressure on his Achilles tendon. This is the foot lock. And the next foot lock we have is a heel hook. This is another dangerous position here. Be careful, because even practicing this can hurt, injure your partner here. The heel hook is where I go under the heel, like I'm giving his heel like a schoolyard headlock, some type of headlock. And all I do is, as I'm torquing his heel going this direction, I'm breaking his wrist here. I mean his ankle here. His foot's tucked underneath my armpit, and all I'm going to do is just turn, and it's going to torque his ankle. Okay? This is a dangerous position, so be careful when you train this. Okay? Later on during the week, later on in the weeks to come, you'll start seeing a lot of these techniques develop, and you'll start seeing me teaching you how to set these techniques up. I'll set up chokes, arm bars, leg locks, and what have you. And that wraps up today's technique of the week. And once again, my name is Joe Camacho, and thanks a lot for visiting KO-MMA.us. Thank you.